Hello and welcome to Let's Play King's Quest VI, air today, gone tomorrow. In the last video of King's Quest V, I said that things were about to get better, and I wasn't kidding. Whereas I believe King's Quest V to be the worst game in the series, this one is the best. I think that the reason for this drastic improvement can be found if you read the credits. For King's Quest VI, Roberta Williams shared the role of writer and designer with Jensen, whom you may know as the writer of the Gabriel Knight series of games. You only need to look at those games to realize that Jensen is a much better writer than Roberta Williams, and I believe it's her contribution to this game that enables King's Quest VI to achieve what none of its predecessors really could, to be a truly great game. Jensen also wrote the guidebook to the Land of the Green Isles, which was included with the game and provides the player with many insights and background information. Because I'll occasionally refer to the guidebook, I've put a link to download it in the description of this video. It's well worth checking out. King's Quest VI was released in 1993 and, like other Sierra games from this period, no longer has music written for the Roland MT32. Instead, the music uses the general MIDI standard and was written with the sound set of the Roland Sound Canvas in mind. So I will use my genuine Roland Sound Canvas SC-88 to record the music for this game to get it as close as possible to how it was supposed to sound. Okay, let's start! Basically the same title screen as in King's Quest V, except for the number in the title, obviously. And instead of just getting a yes-no question, we can actually choose to restore a game, or see the opening, or get some help, or start from the beginning. And we want to see the opening, of course. Unfortunately, this game also does not have the option for both text and subtitles, so again, like in King's Quest V, you'll have to deal with having only speech, unfortunately. So again, I apologize if there's anything you can't understand.
Alexander, here you are. Oh, you're still not thinking about Cassima, are you?
I suppose I am.
Son, it's been months. You've got to pull yourself together. After all, you only met her that once.
I know.
Have you discovered anything about the Land of the Green Isles?
No. No one's even heard of it. It's like she's just vanished.
I wish I could help. Please try to think about something else, dear.
I'll try, Mother.
Alexander, I feel so alone. I don't know what to do. Alexander, I wish you were here.
Cassima! Wait! Mother! Mother, come quick!
Alexander, what on earth? You're white as a ghost.
Mother, I saw Cassima. She was in the mirror.
In the mirror? The magic mirror?
Yes, and it showed me how to find her.
How?
The stars! I saw the stars outside her window. I can navigate by the stars.
Oh, Alexander, if you really go...
It will be all right, Mother. I promise. Land ho! Land ho! Land ho!
Alexander awakens to find himself on an unfamiliar beach. For a moment, he is too dazed to remember how he got here. Then, he does remember. The shipwreck, the sea. Just as he had seen his men safely into the lifeboats, a gigantic wave picked him up and tossed him overboard into the churning sea. That was the last he'd seen of his crew. Debris from the shipwreck is scattered along the shore, but of the lifeboats and his men, there is thankfully no trace. He can only hope and pray that the lifeboats survived the currents, and that his men made their way safely back to Daventry.
Yes, we can only hope, although since it took us months to get here, I don't think they're getting back to Daventry in a day. That 3D animated opening is a clear example of just because you can do a thing doesn't necessarily mean that you should do it. The 3D technology available at this time really wasn't up to the task. And the introduction just looks weird compared to the beautiful hand-painted backgrounds of the rest of the game. It should also be obvious by now that I am actually playing the DOS CD version, which has different voice actors from the floppy version, which only had speech in the introduction and not the rest of the game. And there's also a Windows version, which actually has some high-resolution icons and high-resolution character images. The reason I'm not playing that version is because I actually don't really like the high-resolution character images. I think most of the ones in this version look better, despite being lower resolution. Well, that's our ship.
The remains of Alexander's sailing ship lie dashed upon the distant shore.
And we are apparently on a beach.
The beach is covered with a fine-grained white sand. The island is covered with lush green plants. Alexander is standing on a beach littered with debris from his shipwreck. A path leads north into the lush green island. An occasional breeze rustles the nearby foliage.
The question is, of course, where is this? Is this the land of the Green Isles? Or somewhere else? There is actually also a fairly major plot hole here, because apparently the reason that Alexander undertook this journey is because he did not know where the land of the Green Isles was, and nobody else he asked knew either. However, in the ending of King's Quest V, Crispin knew where it was, and even teleported Cassima there. And since Graham knows how to find Crispin, it should have been a simple matter for Alexander to go and visit Crispin and ask him to teleport him to the land of Green Isles as well. I don't know, maybe Crispin was unavailable. Maybe he died in between games. And besides, if Alexander had gone to Crispin for help, that may have meant that Cedric would have been in this game too, so I think we're lucky he didn't. Anyway, we'll see if we can find out where we are in the next video.